Right, well, hi everybody and welcome back to LUNDY'S WILDCAMP stroke bushcraft. As you can see, I'm back out. It's a very damp, grey, miserable day. Last week there was loads of snow, it's all gone now. Everything's waterlogged. I had a location a little bit further back where I was going to do a hot tent, but it's a bit boggy, obviously because it's like a hard standing, so the water surface is just staying stagnant. So I've come up to here. This is a reasonable little area. I'm out with the Robans 4-man canvas TP hot tent. Well, I've made it into a hot tent. I've adapted it to be a hot tent myself. So what I'm going to do is, because we're due some real heavy rain tonight, I'm just going to get set up. All right, I've got loads of creature comforts with us because I knew I wasn't going to be too far away from the car. I've actually prepped lots of wood at home that I've had stored away at home. Loads of oak, cherry, bits and pieces like that. So I don't really need to do much foraging for wood, to be quite honest. This is more of a chilled out night for me. Bit of glamping, bit of relaxing. But I just thought I'd bring you along. I originally wasn't going to video it, but I thought, why not? If I make a video out of it, then happy days. If not, I just fancied a bit of time out. Going to be doing something special on the next video, so keep it tuned out for that. You'll probably see a bit of clips of it at the end of this video, so you know. But anyway, I'm going to get set up. I don't know why I keep looking back for. I'm starting to waffle already. It's only the beginning of the video. But anyway, I've never set this tent up for about a year, 2 years, so fingers crossed everything's there, because I haven't done my checks. Let's get cracking. We'll get set up. So this is the Robans Fairbanks. It's a 4-man canvas TP. It weighs about 10 kilos. Obviously I brought some heavy duty pegs because I thought it was going to be on a hard standing. So it comes in a lovely canvas case. All right. I've brought like a claw hammer and everything as well. All right, so I'm just going to put some bits and pieces down here. Oh, there's my old hammer from last time. That's the pole that goes in the centre. And then I'm just going to put it around about this area. It looks like the best area. There's a nice gap in between the trees as well. And here we go. This is where it all begins. It's a beautiful tent, this. I just never really use it, obviously, because it's too heavy. So it's got a built-in ground sheet. That's all the pegs and everything, heavy duty pegs. So I might use them rather than the big massive ones. I've just got to unfold it. Have a look and see where I've got my door. As you can see, it's humongous. That's the cover that goes on the top. There's my flue pipe, and here's the door. I'm going to put the door facing the other way. Ah, there we go. Happy days. Brilliant, it's going to fit perfect. Perfect the Mondo. So you got to do is get it all nice and squared out. Just move some bits and pieces out of the way. The corners. a bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom. I'll get everything lined up. That's it. There we go. Stove set. Right, well, as you can see, it's absolutely pitch black behind me now. Temperature's starting to drop a little bit. The rain's dropped away as well, so that's happy days. I think we'll all due some more later on, like, but anyway, my surrounding areas is absolutely pitch black out there. I'm not that far away from the road, to be quite honest. So anyway, this is a track going all the way through the woods, and I've just decided to drop one here. But as you can see, there's a little bit of sprinkle coming down. The tent isn't too bad inside. It's not that cold in there, to be quite honest. But yeah, I've just been thinking it up a bit. So what I've done here is I've just left it so I've got this small gap to get in and out of. And I've got it pinned down it there. So then all I do is do the zip. My Bergen and my stove bag and all that's just going to stay in there because there's loads of room. And that gives us the option. What I've done is I've put the net here because I'm getting lots of little creepy crawlies flying in. I've got tons of them. There's a bit of a hole up here and anyway at the top of the where the pole goes, so they're going to get in anyway. But here is the setup for tonight. So obviously I've got a nice chair in there. I've got the camp cot there. It's a very old one. I bought these when my grandson was about 5-year-old from Go Outdoors, and we used to use them for the kids. And putting them back together after years and years, what a pain in the arse. So as you can see, I've got a lovely pile of wood down there. I've got some, I think it's beech, oak and cherry mixture. All right, I've processed that at home. I've got a massive stockpile of it in the back of my garden. As you can see, inside the tent, it's gone on to about 8 or 9 degrees, so it's not cold. I've got my little table. I brought 3 vodkas out with us. I've got my little bushcraft kettle, boil some potatoes and things in, or I might just use that little pan, to be quite honest. But my bed, sleep up. I'm just going to move my chair. Obviously, I'm inside of a tent, so there's not much room for to manoeuvre. So I'm going to put yous at the back of the stove. Yeah, so in any way, because I'm inside of a hot tent, there's not mega loads of room to manoeuvre and do brilliant camera angles and things. But for my bed, I'll just move my knives out of the way. I've got my green top just to put on because I'm going to take this jacket off and hang it up so it'll dry out because it's absolutely soaking. So I've just brought out the thin Snug Pack Special Forces sleeping bag, the number 1. And then I've got my traditional Nemo Tensor Mummy regular mat, my Flextailgear Zero pillow. Underneath here I've just got my green, my little Thermarest mat on the bottom here. Let's put the camera down a little bit. And then obviously I've got the camp cot just to keep us off the ground. At the back of there, I've got all my little bits and pieces out that I need, like clothing, food and things like that. And that's about it really. Not much to say. It's pitch black. It looks like it's cloudy because there's no stars out. I heard an owl earlier on, so hopefully we'll get an owl going. But I think I'm getting parched. Like, it's now, oh, it's 10 to 6 at night. 10 to 6. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of sitting on my chair, I'm just going to sit here on the bed because I've already got yous all sorted. Not. Battery's dying an hour. So yeah, I'm just going to wait a little bit and then get the fire going. I've got plenty of wood, and if I don't use any of that, I can easily carry it out. So I thought for a change, because I drink vodka in the house, so I thought I brought my Soto stove and that out as well, my little Soto cups, because I miss using them. So I've just got one of these pots here. It looks like water, but it's actually vodka. And then I'll be back on the Jack Daniels tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'm meeting up with Rooney. We're going to be doing something special. So anyway, there you go. That's my first drink of the night. So cheers everybody. Thank you for watching. I don't know what the content's going to be like because, to be quite honest, I haven't really been recording much. I've just been faffing on because it's the first time I've been in this tent for a long time. Now, for some strange reason, my wife thinks that me, her, 2 dogs and a kid can fit in here with a wood burning stove for a Christmas camp. And I said, no, it's a luxurious one-man tent. And it's, like, as you can see, I'm sitting here and I've still got my head touching the canvas. Hence why I've got my chair. I'm going to be sitting in the big doorway when I'm chilling out. But anyway, cheers everyone. Oh, lovely. Not as nice as Jack Daniels though. Right, well, that's me waffled a canny bit. So next time you see me, I'll probably be manoeuvring things around in here and try and get the right angles, like me stove, me seating system, me sleep system. I'm going to move things around again, I think. Just so I can get a decent angle with the cameras and things. Because obviously I'm going to shut the netting. I'll leave the main compartment open, like, so it's just the netting that's shut, just to stop everything flying in. And hopefully we'll be able to sit and chillax. Happy days. So, like I say, 6 o'clock. I'll see you in about half an hour. I'm going to get the fire started because I need to get my jacket dried out. These jackets are great, but the outer side gets soaking wet. The inside stays dry. But they take ages to dry out, like. So obviously I might get condensation. But I need to get the stove lit. Make sure it's safe. Oh, speaking about safety, I have my lifesaver, okay, carbon dioxide poisoning alarm system. All right, I've spoke about these before. I always take one of these when I'm doing a hot tent camp. All right, it's just something that can tell you that you're going to get poisoned. Because if you don't have one, and that happens, you'll never wake up. All right, so safety first, everybody. Get one of these. Put some brand new batteries in every time you take it out. All right, do the old test button. Yeah, green light, rock and rolling, ready to go. Should go another beep. And then beep. That's it. And then every now and again, just have a glance at them and you should see the light flash, and that lets you know that it's still working. All right, I do that all the time, have these with me when I do hot tent camping. Anyway, enough of the lecturing. I'll see you in a little bit. Well, it's now 10 to 7 at night. I'm about halfway through my first vodka, and I think I'm getting a little bit chilly now. I haven't put any extra clothing on. I'm trying to get this jacket dried out, but it's not going to dry sitting in this. I think the temperature has dropped down to about 5 degrees at the moment. It is a little bit chilly. My hands are starting to get a little bit cold now. I've shut the main door outside, but I've got the vent, the netting open on the back there, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this fire started. So I'm just going to put in some bits of wood that I've chopped. I think that'll be enough of them. Now I've got a little handful of little bits here. I'm just going to put in. And I've got some little bits left to put in a minute. Now I've brought some of these. These are wood wool firelighters. You can buy these from the shops, okay, like B&M's, Asda's, Tesco's, loads of different shops. I'm just going to get a couple of them out. I'm actually lying on my side trying to make a video in a tent like this is just a nightmare. Like, see what I'm going to do. I'm just twist them both first, leave them on my mat, make sure my lighter works. Yeah, that's the one that doesn't work. So where's my fire kit? Oh my god. So that lighter needs to get binned. I thought there was one in there that didn't work. Is there another one? Oh, it's a bit of fat wood. Sorry about this, everybody, but this is the joys. The joys of doing this. Let's just get a ferry water. Now this is going to be fun. Doing this on my side, so I can't do that on my side. I'm just going to put that onto the... Yeah, it's like being a juggler. You've got to manoeuvre yourself around it in loads of different positions to try and get something. So hopefully the camera's picking this up. And hopefully I can get this lit up. Let's get it spread open a little bit first. I normally take a spark, like. God, it's not going well, is it? Oh, there you go. I'm just going to pick that up and hide that to the back. Get this other one. Put that there. Get all the bits and pieces as well. Get them put on. And fingers crossed, we should have a nice, safe fire going. There we go. Bit of nice heat. I can feel a nice little bit of heat off that already. So hopefully that'll catch all them bits of wood. So what I'm going to do now is, oh sorry, all I'm going to do now is, just going to shut this door and then open the vent a little bit on there, and there you can hear that roaring now. Well, that's me back in the tent. I've just been outside, just checking the guide ropes and things and doing a couple of little bits of B-roll of the tent with the stove going. And obviously I had the doors wide open, and as soon as I walked in I could feel a difference in the temperature. It is nice to be in a hot tent on a cold, wet, miserable night. But is it better than sitting underneath a tarp in front of a fire? Seeing your surroundings. That's the thing with being in tents. It's like hill camping. Hill camping in the winter time for me, I'd probably do it, but for me it's a case of sitting in a tent in the dark from about 3:30, 4 o'clock until you get up, and then it gets light about quarter 8 in the morning. It's just you're restricted of what you do, really. But it's a nice stove, this. So I've had it for years. It needs a bit of a TLC done with, like a bit of maintenance done on it. It's just been left in the shed for years. Never used it. I don't think I've done a hot tent camp for about 2 years now. First time I come out and done a hot tent in this, the stove jack, I put it in myself. There was a video showing us how I put it in. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description of that, how I put the stove jack in here originally. And then me first ever hot tent camp in it as well. I'll put the link in the description for that as well. Actually, the stove jack was too far down on the tent, so obviously the heat, the bottom of your pipe, your flue, gets really hot. So it ended up melting the stove jack that I put in. It was like one of them orange rubberized ones. So I had to quickly like douse it down with like a couple of litres of water. Proper panic mode because it started catching fire and everything. I thought, oh, I'm going to set my tent light while I'm gear in here. It was a proper panic situation, like. So then I finally got it put up the top here, and that's why I bought the round grill thing that goes around it. Like, it stops the heat of off the flue pipe touching any of your material, and that actually stays. Yeah, I'm putting my hand on it now, and that is dead cool, and I can guarantee you the stove, oops, sorry, I think I've got it runny nose. I think the actual stove pipe will be actually really hot. But yeah, there's a nice little bit of heat coming off the top of the stove now. Times it. It's 7, sorry. And I'm just about finished my first, and I said Jack Daniels there, vodka. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rooney lad. I'll see you tomorrow night, mate. I am out for 2 nights doing 2 different camps. Stay tuned till the end of the video. You might see some clips from tomorrow night's video. We've got a special camp. Aye, it's going to be a Bobby Dazzler, put it that way. Well, as you can hear, the rain's now kicking in. It's been going for about 10 minutes now. I was due a big heavy downpour all tonight, like looking at about 70 to 80% chance of rain. So, but I've actually opened up the inner like mesh and curtains and that because it was just too warm. So as you can see, I've got a nice big vestibule there for putting loads of stuff and all that. But this stove, I haven't put any wood in it for ages, and it's absolutely red as mine. I'm practically sat on top of it. I'm going to be moving over to that side again, and yeah, so because there's more room there, more headroom. I'm just busy doing some admin stuff really, and then I'm going to start thinking about getting some food on. I'm absolutely Hank Marvin now, like, and I think I need to go to the toilet. I don't want to do that, not in this rain. So let me put my jacket and everything on. But everything's starting to dry out inside of here now, which is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. Rain, rain, rain. I'm stuck in a tent in the rain. Nice and warm. Well, here we go then. This is my tea for tonight. So I've got some potatoes. I need to chop them up a little bit, put them in a pan, boil them on the fire. Then I've got some crunchy and vibrant rainbow vegetable stir fry. So there's bits of pieces of all sorts in there. Then I'm going to put in a little pot. I've got some wild mushroom sauce. Why is everything gluten-free these days? Can't understand that. And then I've got an amazing thick cut British Aberdeen Angus ribeye steak. It's 30 days dry aged. And that looks bloody lovely. Ribeye steak. But anyway, the fire is banging out the heat like. I'm actually sat here in my t-shirt. I've got my hat on because I've just been outside for a pee, and I'm just leaving it on my head because it'll dry out nicely. Yeah, it's spitting. But I've got my main door open here, so I've got the vestibule there. I've got things laying out drying. Obviously I want my burger to dry out a bit because that was saturated. The bag for the tent is nearly dry already. It's unbelievable. Everything's just drying out lovely. Got my coat hanging up on the little thing there. So brilliant, yeah. Got no problems whatsoever with the stove jack, so that's happy days. So yeah, let's get some potatoes on the go, and then we'll get frying off a steak. Just need to prep a couple of bits and pieces, and we should be hunky-dunky and ready to rock and roll. See you when I start cooking. Right, well, that's me potatoes done. I've just tested them and they're absolutely fantastic, ready to go. So all I'm going to do now is I've stoked the fire up a little bit. I'm just going to put the frying pan on, get myself a little bit of cooking oil. Put that over there. Get the pan all covered. Happy days, and then put that back. I've got a little spatula, and I've got some chunky, vibrant, rainbow vegetable stir fry. All right, it's quite a big bag. All right, only about £1 or something for Mazda. And then I'm going to cook my steak first. All right, and then I'm going to fry off this, and I'll use the juices that's inside the frying pan to go into that as well. And what I'm going to do is I've got some mushroom sauce here, like to put on the steak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into my small little canister and put that at the back of the what do you call it? So I'm just going to get my little knife. We'll get that prepped while we're waiting for the pan to heat up for it to start frying the steak. So what I'm going to do is pour all that into there. It smells lovely. It's even nice cold. Ho, 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 ho. That's going to be nice, that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hide that in my vestibule for now, and I'll pick it up later on with the rest of my rubbish. And I'll just put my lid on because that doesn't need to go on the stove just yet. It's just prepped, ready to go. So I can feel the heat starting to get up on my stove. So I'm just going to open up the vent a little bit more just to get it going, so I can get this steak. I've got my knife on there in case I need it. Oh, happy days. Am I going to get a sizzle? What do you reckon, everyone? So this is a ribeye steak. Aberdeen Angus ribeye steak of that. What I normally do is I normally season these beforehand. I normally take them out of the packaging, like, but obviously we're just finishing work this morning. I just forgot all about it. So what I'm going to do is just off the camera, well, actually I'll lift it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil on there, put the lid on because I didn't want this tipping all over. I'm just going to rub it all in. Should have got my stuff out first, like. See, if that was Rooney, he would have had this all prepped. Now I can't get it open. Hey. And I've got some steak spice here. This is lovely, this. Oh, it's Jamaican rub, I believe. So I'm just going to rub it in
obviously it's on the floor, and then I'm going to rub a little bit more on the top. Lovely, jubbly. Put that on the floor, and then let's get that picked up. And what I'll do is, once again, in the frying pan. Oh, suit you, sir. Oh, matron. Oh, Chris, mate. Now, I know Chris watches because he told us. Well, let's see what it looks like. It's not sticking, so that's a good thing. Oh my God, that's looking finger-licking good. So as you can see, I've got the foil on the side there, all ready to go. It's like a bit of a tray type thing, so I can put the steak on and let it rest in there nicely. I've got the sauce on the go, so I need to take that off because it's not going to be ready just yet. Just put that on the little side frame. Kettle's on there as well, like, but I haven't been using it, to be honest. I'll use that tomorrow to make a brew. But yeah, got a little bit more seasoning because it is nice seasoning, that. And I've got a tiny little bit when I flip it over again. Happy days. It's all going down well. Yeah, looking good, looking good. The last bit of seasoning. Right, well, I think that's my steak done there now. So I'm just going to lift that off. I'm just going to put it in my little bit of foil basket I've got there. And I've got a little bit here that I've cut off at the end. I'm just going to put that to one side, and that's going to be a little taster for me. So I'm just going to move all the fat around. Now, I'm not going to add any extra oil or anything. I'm just going to use the oil and all the flavours off the meat in there. And then it says on this packet that you need to stir fry it for about, I can't see where it says. Anyway, let's just go for it. Obviously, there's a canny bit in here, but I think it will reduce. Try not to get the plastic on the pan. It's got a bit of our sauce in there, like. Oh God, that's loads. Maybe I shouldn't have done all that. But doesn't it look good? Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll just fry that off. And what will happen is that will reduce as it gets cooked. Just got to keep stirring it now and again because it is a stir fry. all them nice colours. And then what I'll do is add the sauce when my steak cools down. Oh, tatties will be well over boiled now. I'm going to take them off the heat. We'll just let this cook down. Once it's cooked down and I'm ready to rock and roll, I'll let you know. But let's have, oh, that's hot. I think I'll just put a greasy finger on me thing. I've got a little bit of steak here. Oh, that's finger licking good, that, like. Right, well, my stir fry's just about there now. So I've got that going. Just turn my hands around the other way. Got the thing. My sauce is just about done now. So that's happy days. Oh yes, oh yes. So what I'm going to do now is, hopefully you can see is, I've got my steak, it's been resting for a while. So I'm just going to slice that into nice little bits with my neck knife. Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. I hope the camera can see it. It looks lovely. I'm just going to add these all in to my stir fry. Cut it in half, I think. That's quite long. Oh. I just need to keep stirring this, like, because the last thing I want to do is get to the last part and it burns. My sauce is done now, so I'm going to take that off, just put that on the side and just keep cutting this meat up. Oh yes, it looks finger licking good. Oh yeah, it's nice and pink in the centre. It's really good. Good, good, good. Now let's get these bits cut up. Spread it in. That's lovely and pink, that. Give it another stir. A little bit more to cut up. This is where bringing out a chopping board or something, or a plate, would be ideal. I've got a perfect plate in the house and all for doing this. It can come like as a chopping board stroke plate, and I forgot to pick it up. Yippity yippity yip. I'm just going to hide that one in there like that. Let's get some potatoes in. Now I do like eating potatoes on their own as well, so I'm going to leave a few in here. It's a meal fit for a king. As Rooney would say, it's a meal that's big enough to feed a small village. So we'll just get that mixed in a bit again, so we're not burning anything. And then we'll get the sauce on. There we go. Get as much of it out as I can. And what I might do is, because the sauce going to be left in there, little dregs of it, and anyway, I'm going to, later on, I'll put my potatoes in there, mix the potatoes up in that, and then have that as a little snackaroonie. Later on, smackaroonie. Let's move me a little bit of foil, put that in the foyer out the way. The foyer. Let's get this all mixed in now. Oh, that looks lovely. Yeah. That's going to be really filling. Oh, medic, I lost one. There you go, and that's it all mixed in. Lovely, jubbly. Dinner time, dinner time. Right, where's my gloves? What I'm going to do is move my pan out of the way. Turn it that way. Right, well, here we go, everybody. Woohoo! Time for the tasting. So there you go. It's a bit steamy, so you can't really see it, like. But yeah, got some nice big chunks of steak, some tatey, some stir fry, all mixed in with the sauce, which is a mushroom sauce. Oh yeah, that's a little bit of the salad stuff, the stir fry. Let's get a little bit of this steak. Look at the chunks of steak, man. Lovely. Oh, that's hot, that. I'll tell you what. Oh, so tender. Let's try a little bit of tatey. Now I know these tateys are going to be scorchio. I do like it. I do like a boiled potato, but I like it soaked in salt and pepper. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to sit and relax, listen to a few tunes. I'm going to eat that. I'm not going to slaver on the video eating all that, like. And yeah, I'm going to really enjoy it. There's a nice little bit of a breeze coming into the shelter, because it is scorchy on here. I've had to turn down the fire a little bit, like shut the vent a little bit, so it doesn't burn too fiercely. But as you can hear, it's sizzling away because it's on top of the stove. So anyway, cheers everybody. I'll see you later on. I should be well fed and watered the next time you see us. See you later. Well, good morning everybody. Well, that was a really pleasant sleep. I think I only woke up twice, once for a pee and once because I felt a little bit chilly. So I ended up putting on my green jumper. The bag's right on the limit there now, like I think my sleeping bag, but obviously being in a tent as well, it's held the heat a little bit. I think the temperature at the moment in here is about 8 or 9 degrees. I don't know if you can pick that up. 8-9 degrees, so that's not too bad. Like last night the heat in here was mental. I had to have the door wide open most of the night, to be quite honest. And yeah, it was something different, totally different indeed. I really enjoyed my food. Like the food was absolutely amazing. I love ribeye steak, but just mixing it up the way I did, it worked well. So, and having a couple of vodkas when I was out as well, instead of Jack Daniels, that made a change. But I'm not going to waffle too much. I've got loads of wood left, so I'm going to bag that up, take that back to the car, and I think I'll use it for my night out with Rooney tonight. So I've got shadows everywhere because of the way the lights are. But I'm out with Rooney tonight. I'm going to head back up to me permission woods, sorry. I'm going to head back up to me semi-permanent camp. Fingers crossed it's all still all right, because it's been a few weeks since I've been up there. And yeah, get set up, and we're going to be doing a lovely dinner tonight. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. So, but anyway, you'll probably see some clips of that video at the end of this, so stay tuned till the end. All right, and I'll give you a little sneak preview. I can't even speak this morning. I'll give you a sneak preview of what's going to be happening on my video, which will fall on Christmas Eve, I believe. So anyway, enough waffle. I'm going to get a cup of tea and then get packed up and all that. Unless anything else interesting happens, I'll see you in a while. Right, well, that's me outside of the tent now. So as you can see, that's her there, standing fine and dandy. So just in case you're wanting a comparison of the height, so there's me standing up. It's just slightly higher than me and I'm 5'10". So obviously the bigger the TP, the more room you're going to get inside. Aye. And it's supposed to be a 4-man one, this one, but I don't think it's a 4-man. Maybe as if you're just lying in there and sleeping, but to physically move around, sit around in there, 4 people before your kit, nah, got no chance. But anyway, this is where I am. Well, a little bit of a fire break, to be honest. It's getting a bit light outside. Obviously the sun's coming up, there's a lovely bit of redness in the sky, so we'll make get a nice time lapse of the sunrise. Oh, just watch where I'm walking because I don't know what's down here. Obviously people have been camping here because I've just noticed loads of toilet roll behind a bit of a bush, which is absolutely disgusting. Didn't see that on the way in. But yeah, nice bit of red sky going on out there. Woohoo! Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hope it's going to be a nice day of the day. It feels quite mild, to be quite honest, outside of the tent. I'm not going to bother with the stove. I think it's too late in the day to put the stove on because it takes ages to cool down as well, and I want to be getting packed up within the next hour and gone, to be honest. Obviously when you come into places like this, you need to make sure you check. Obviously I've got a tree that's leaning over just here. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. I'll put a little bit of light on. There's a tree tipping over there. It's heading that way, like, so that's all right. So physically what I done yesterday when I got here, the first thing I done is I went and checked all these trees just to make sure there was none leaning towards me. And yeah. Right, I'm not that far in off the road, to be honest. So, but that's the way you do these type of camps sometimes, you know. You can't just hump all this gear. That would be a bit of an arse ache, that, humping right into the woods with all that gear I've brought out last night. Hot tenting is for easy accessed areas, not going deep into the woods like what we do when we've got our camps and things. But yeah, I've started packing down inside, so as you can see, there's a lot more room in there when you've got no bed up and things. I've just got my cup of tea there. When you get this, but if I can catch a little bit of a sunrise, I will do. But cheers everybody for watching. Oh, that's a nice cup of tea, that. Not too sweet. But yeah, I like I said earlier, I had a nice night last night, and something different. But I'm not sure if I'll do another hot tent unless it gets really cold and a bit of snow. And if I can get out in the snow and do a hot tent, that'll be totally different. But I think I'll come out the next time with my little Pomley one that I got years ago. I bought it myself, and the first night I took it out, there's a video. I'll put a link in the description, or so I'll put it up on the screen now. I went out in it in my private woods and it peed down and it leaked. And there was a lot of people complaining about that tent that come out. So obviously I contacted the company and they were very kind and rebated us the whole lot. But they told us not to bother sending the tent back. So I've still got it, and all I've done is I've just fab sealed it about 2 or 3 times now. So the next time I do a hot tent, I'll be coming out with that with me lightweight stove, and I'll be able to yomp right into the woods with that, like. So I've found another location for that as well. But the sun's definitely coming up now, so I think I'll look for a nice position to get my camera and get a nice time lapse going, I think, and finish off packing up and having this cup of tea and break camp and move on to the next objective. I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, as you've just seen, that's me all packed up and ready to go now. So the only thing I've got left to carry back to the car is my stove, my tent,
me rubbish and me camera stand. That's it. So as you can see, that's the full package there. That's a canny bit of weight. That the tent's about 10 kilos, and the stove's about 10 kilos as well, like with all the bits and pieces. So it's a lot of stuff to carry in, hence why I haven't travelled too far from the car, because me Bergen's about 20 kilos, all me food and bits and pieces and water and that. So, you know, but anyway, as you can see, this is the area where I stopped. There's a really nice dry square there. That's where the fire was. Well, the stove, sorry. But yeah, a really good night. All I've done here is I've poured all the ash out there. It was just like dust really, and then I've just rubbed it into the ground a little bit. That'll wash into the ground with a bit of rain. So that's it. All my rubbish packed away, me packed up, ready to go. So thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Something a little bit different for the channel. I might do a different one in the future. I'll see how it goes. But I'm going to head off back to the car, and this is what's coming up on the next episode. I'll see you later. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Now I'll say, see you later. Watch this. Sure. It's Christmas! Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I cannot wait to start eating, like. Looks like a marshmallow. It doesn't fucking taste like a marshmallow. It tastes like rubber.